Welcome back to Hawk TV's Extra Point. And to start off today's episode, we're going to take you back to last Monday. America's biggest race took place. The Daytona 500 took place during Monday, and a tragedy occurred. Driver Ryan Newman got into a horrific car crash on the last lap of the race. Newman's Ford was headed for the checkered flag when it was struck from behind by Ryan Blandley, and due to that, the car spun out of control. Ryan Newman had his car violently crash up against the side wall after he had spun out. Then, the car was flipped over when it was struck by car number 32, Corey LaJoy. Newman was taken immediately to the hospital at an ambulance that was there at the track. He was then released from the hospital on Wednesday, February 19th. Newman is a 2008 Daytona 500 champion, as well as 18 other cups that he has on his resume. As scary as events like these can be, it will always show us how serious and life-threatening sports can actually be. People never realize the impact it can have on a person's life. Thankfully, Ryan Newman will be fully healthy after his release from Halifax Medical Center. On another note, the producers from the Extra Point will be participating in the yearly Run Rich Run event. It is a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and we will help spread awareness to the cause. You will see our attempts of the 40-yard dash throughout the show.
What are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing our 40-yard dash for Run Rich Run. So I'm winning this thing. I don't know about you guys. I'm definitely winning.
He is not winning this thing.
I'm definitely winning.
He is not winning this.
Not only am I the fastest producer, I am the greatest. So let's do this.
You sure about that?
Oh yeah.
So Ben, what's the plan here? How are you gonna win this 40?
I'm just gonna run.
Just gonna run?
Yeah, pretty much it.
That's the plan? You're just gonna run?
That's pretty much the goal.
You don't think the glasses are gonna get in the way?
No.
He might actually blow away. Like while running, he might actually blow up into the bleachers over there.
Scared that because of your natural lack of size, you're gonna, I don't know, blow away when you're trying to run?
Nah, you know why I'm gonna win? Because I'm the lightest one here, so I have the less to carry.
Come on, Ben! Dick! You gotta want it!
Welcome back to the Extra Point. I'm your host, Eddie Atkinson, for this week's segment of The Underdog. Joining me today is Jake Racino, Rollins Francois. For this evening, we have a lot of things to cover for you guys. We have some college basketball this evening, as well as some NBA. And after that, we're going to go into what fight fans have been waiting a long time for, which is the rematch between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. But first, fellas, let's get into college basketball. Tonight, we have number 25 Ohio State traveling to face number 20 Iowa. What are we thinking?
Well, college basketball has been crazy this year. We can all agree on that. March Madness is going to be one of the best we've seen in a long time. So whatever you think you know, forget it. I'm going with Ohio State plus 2.5 in Iowa because why not?
Okay. All right, Worlds.
I'm going with number 20, Iowa. Ohio State has won 5 of his last 6 games. Iowa's third in the Big Ten, 9-6 in their conference, 12-1 at home. And this game will be played at the Hawkeyes Arena. And I just feel like Iowa's right now averaging about 78.2 points per game. They're 13th in the conference in scoring defense. I got to give it up to Iowa by 5.
Okay. Very well stated, guys. For me, I'm going to take Iowa at home. This season, the Hawkeyes are 9-2 at home against the spread, and Ohio State is 3-5 on the road. So I'm going to roll with the Hawkeyes this evening. The next matchup is between UConn going to Temple. What are we thinking?
I don't know much about these two teams. All I know is Temple, local school, so why not? Honestly, I mean, who knows this year?
Okay. All right. Worlds.
Me, I'm going to go with Temple. Obviously, they came off the last loss against the number 15 Villanova Wildcats. UConn got a big win against Memphis, 64-61. Christian Vitale had 23 points. But again, it's just something about Temple. I feel like they play better at home. So I'm just going to go with the Owls. And guys don't know, UConn had a big injury there, freshman Aka. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Aka. That's how it says, Aka. He's out for the year for the torn Achilles. So that's a big hole that they had to fill down the paint.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go dark horse with this one because I know UConn has always been a big basketball school. You think some of the greats went there, Kemba Walker and things like that. So I'm going to take UConn to not only cover the spread but win the game. So I would take the Huskies money line for that matchup. Then we have number 14 Oregon traveling to Arizona State. The Ducks are 2-point favorites. How do we feel about this one?
Every time I pick Oregon, they won for me. I mean, I ain't going to lie to you. Giving them only 2 points, I think that's an insult. Oregon is a very good team. They're 20-6 overall, 15-11 against spread. I'm taking them -2.
Okay.
This is going to be a very tough matchup between the Ducks and Arizona State. Ducks are 4-4 on the road. Oregon's won 6 out of the last 8 games. So right now they're in really cruise control. Arizona State is going to have to really rely on their player Remy Martin, who had 22 points against California. I'm going to go with Arizona State.
With the upset.
Yes,
Okay.
going with the upset.
Against number 14
Upset
Oregon.
by, yes.
I like
Okay.
that.
Because again, we had a crazy college basketball
It's
season.
been
So
insane.
I wouldn't be surprised to see another upset like that.
Eddie?
Well, you figure when it comes to conference games like this, it's give and take. You never know what to expect from a conference game. But back to that point, I just feel like Oregon has too much firepower for the Sun Devils. So I think they go into Arizona State and come out with the victory.
Okay.
And then last for college hoops tonight, we have USC traveling to take on number 18 Colorado. Colorado comes into this matchup as 9-point favorites.
9 points seems a little too high for me.
Okay.
I mean, Colorado's only, they're 13-12-1 against spread, very well, but USC 16-10.
All right.
So I think USC's going to lose, don't get me wrong, but I think they're going to lose by maybe 4 or 5. You know, Colorado's a very good team, like I said. Picked them in the past, they've won for me in the past. I just think 9 points is a little too much for them.
All right. So you take
I'm
USC
taking
to cover the
yes,
spread,
USC
but
to cover,
Colorado
Colorado
to
to
win
win, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Colorado by like 7, maybe 6. Both teams averaging close to about the same amount of points per game. Colorado 71.9, USC 71.8, shooting about 43.8% from the field. Like I said, I just like Colorado's size, and they're at home too. Really good home team, ranked first time in a while. So I'm going with Colorado. In this game.
Absolutely. Well, great points from both of you guys. But USC is 8-1 on the road, but Colorado has an immense amount of talent. So I agree with both of you. I think USC goes in and covers the spread, but does not win the game. Okay. So now let's shift gears to the NBA. Tonight we have the Bucks facing the Pistons. Milwaukee comes in as 13.5-point favorites. What are we thinking?
I mean, NBA has been a little more calm this year in terms of upsets. I think Bucks 13.5, yes, it's a very high spread, but it's the Bucks we're talking about. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, all playing very high levels. I think Pistons, they kind of suck. You know, they do suck. They're gonna get blown out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Bucks should be favored by 20. Let's be honest. You look at the Pistons; they got no
Better
Reggie
playoffs
Jackson.
last year.
Yeah, you look at the Pistons; they got no Reggie Jackson. He's gone via buyout. Going to sign with the Clippers. They traded away Andre Drummond. Blake Griffin's always injury prone. You don't know when he's going to be in the starting lineup.
He's already out for the season.
And so you got Giannis. The Bucks are rolling. They're on pace to have the same amount of historical season that the 2016 Golden State Warriors had.
That's crazy.
So this team is just incredible. Bucks by 20, maybe 30.
Listen, don't get me wrong. If this was 2011 D Rose, I'd be taking the Pistons, but it ain't. He ain't got those knees.
Well, you guys said it all. Ain't too much more to say. I'm taking the Bucks to win the spread. All right, now we have the Nets and the 76ers. Philly comes into this game 7.5-point favorite. This one is a little bit more of a, give and take.
It's a little personal for me, but mind you, Kyrie Irving shut down for the whole season now. So now you have to come in a game knowing Sixers, they're fully healthy. Nets, they're not. Sixers have won the last 2 matchups against Brooklyn. They're at Philly. Philly is the best team at home, 25-2. I just think Philly covers. They win by 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little biased here.
You know, Brooklyn fan.
Yeah,
Brooklyn
of
fan
course,
and Philly fan.
Brooklyn stand up. But the Nets play better when Kyrie Irving is not in the lineup, and Spencer Dinwiddie's averaging about 21 points per game. I think that the Nets are gonna come in there and shock Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. I'm going with the Nets probably by like 5. I think it'll be a
By
close
5,
game. Yeah,
really?
By 5, yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people, to Worlds' point, I think a lot of people aren't giving the Nets credit for, they have a lot of star power, you figure, with KD and Kyrie, but even though they're missing those 2 people, they have a tremendous amount of talent and depth on that team. So I would, similar to the USC-Colorado game, I say the Nets cover the spread but don't win the game.
That's fair.
I think it's going to be a close game. It's probably going to come down to, like, the last possession.
That's fair.
So, yeah. All right, and then the next game, we have the Miami Heat traveling to face the Atlanta Hawks. Miami is favored by 6. How do we feel?
I'm going to, I've usually been against the Heat all season. I've been down on them, but one of my producers is going to be happy about
Ben
this.
wouldn't like that.
Ben's gonna like this. I think Miami's going to go to Atlanta. I think they're going to win by probably 15. I think Jimmy Butler's going to snap tonight.
Okay.
And just Derrick Jones Jr., he may have won a dunk contest, but he ain't doing much.
Okay.
I still think the Hawks are very poor team. They added Clint Capella. They still aren't there. All the guys, him and Trae Young.
All right.
So very young pieces around them. So I think Heat are the better team.
All right, I respect that, Worlds.
I don't think our producer's gonna like this pick. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Miami's lost 4 out of the last 5 games, averaging about 117, 111 points per game, but also allowing 108 points per game. So their defense has been straight atrocious. And you go into a high-scoring offense with the Hawks. Trae Young averaging close to 30. They got a new center in the paint, Clint Capella from the Houston Rockets. I think they got team new life. They won't make the playoffs, but again, I'm going with the Hawks upset, cover the spread by 6.
By 6, really? You think Hawks are gonna win by 6?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so you gonna flip the spread on them. Okay, all right. Well, I will be taking the Miami Heat. I don't think they cover the spread, but I think they definitely win the game. All right, and to our final matchup of the evening, we have the Memphis Grizzlies traveling to face the Sacramento Kings. This is definitely a pick'em game. They have the Kings at half-point favorites, so it's literally a pick'em.
It could have switched by the time this comes out. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still taking the Kings at home. I feel it's kind of disrespectful to give them only half a point. Jabari Parker's making his debut tonight. Well, at least he's on pace to. So as long as no injuries happen, he should be making his debut tonight. They're still missing Rashawn Holmes. But even without Rashawn Holmes, I mean, the Grizzlies really don't have much after John Morant. I mean, they lose Iguodala. They really very lackluster team. I still take the Kings at home.
All right, I respect that.
Me, I'm going with the Grizzlies by 6.
Really?
I like the Grizzlies on the road. Listen, Buddy Hield is not happy. He's one of the best scorers on the team. Now he's reduced to the bench, coming off the bench.
Just want 3
He's
points.
not
I gotta go to
he's
Vegas
not
with this
happy,
man.
though. He's not happy. There's been reports that he wants out of Sacramento, so we'll see what happens with that. Grizzlies right now, they're trying to make a playoff push. They're number 8th in the Western Conference. John Morant, 17.6 points per game, 7 assists. Jaren Jackson, too. I think that he's obviously the rookie of the year. I feel like Memphis is going to try to make a push, and no reason why to win this game, so I'm going with the Grizz.
Okay, I respect those points. All right, well, I have 2 words for everybody. John Morant, I'm taking the Grizzlies money line against the Kings. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for this segment. We'll be back.
He's driving. He's driving. 5, 6, 8. Let's go!
Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to the Extra Point. We have our second segment of The Underdog this evening. Joining me now is one of my producers, Ben DeVito. What's going on, Ben?
What's up?
This is a day fight fans been waiting for a long time. This weekend, Tyson Fury will be getting his rematch against Deontay Wilder. Wilder comes into this match 42-0-1, with his only draw being against Tyson Fury. Out of those 42 wins, 41 of them have been knockouts. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, has 29 wins, no losses, draw to Deontay Wilder with 20 KOs. They both come in at 108-point favorites. So I think Wilder's the favorite, but both of them are 108. So what are you thinking for this one?
See, I'm not a big boxing guy, but one thing I will say is I've been excited for this fight for a long time. I remember when the first fight happened and it ended in a draw. Everyone was mad. I was mad. I wanted to see a rematch. I'm finally happy it's here. But you have to give it to Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely.
You have to. This man has 20 knockouts in the first round. That's half of his knockouts, which he has 41, which is insane to begin with. But 20 of his 41 knockouts happened in the first round. And if you were to bet $100, there's a plus 4,000 odds for Wilder to knock out Fury in the first round, which I would 100% take. I would take it.
It could happen. So yeah, for me, definitely, Wilder's just a different animal. He's brought so much joy and excitement back into the heavyweight division. So I don't see this fight going the distance, but we'll talk about it for whatever. For the fight going the distance, the odds are plus 100 for yes, minus 138 for no. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's going the distance.
You don't think so either?
Both of these guys are angry at the last result of the fight. It's going to end in a knockout or at least a TKO.
Okay.
There's no chance it goes the distance. It's not going to the scorecards.
All right, and then the over-under for this fight is 10.5 rounds. The over is minus 125. The under is minus 110.
It's going to stay under.
It's going to be under 10.5.
I think if Deontay Wilder is going to win this fight, he's knocking out Fury in the first 3 rounds.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Confident man. I like that.
Deontay Wilder's a beast. He has 42. I keep reiterating this, but it's something you have to point out.
41
42 wins, and 41 of those are knockouts. That's a 98% win to knockout ratio.
You're right.
There's only been 2 fights that he hasn't knocked a person out. One ended in a draw, and the other he won by decision.
Points, yep. All right, so then the odds for a Wilder victory by TKO, KO is plus 138, decision plus 900. Fury KO, TKO is plus 450, and a decision is plus 150. And if it, by some miracle, ends in a draw again, that's going to be plus 2,000.
See, people would be smart to bet that for the draw. They could put maybe, I don't know, like $1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not losing much. And if it does end in a draw again, because both of these fighters are very well matched. They're both really great fighters, both undefeated. Their only tarnished part of their record is each other, is the draw.
Absolutely.
So they're both undefeated. I see them both doing very well. So it's possible it can end in a draw again, but I don't think either of these guys are going to let it happen. There's no way. They're just too angry about this. They're angry about the last decision, so they're going to knock each other out.
All right, well, now that we ran through all the odds, final predictions, how do you see this fight going from start to end?
Okay. Deontay Wilder, knockout within the first 3 rounds.
Okay, all right.
What about you? What are you thinking?
First 3 rounds?
Yeah.
Do you have one in particular, a round in particular? Is it round 3?
I think it's round 3.
Okay.
If it's not round 1, it's round 3.
Okay. All right, well, for me, Tyson Fury, he's a great opponent for Deontay Wilder. I wasn't expecting that fight to go the distance last time. So I'm going to give him a little bit more credit. I say Deontay Wilder knocks him out in round 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I give Fury 7 rounds. And but I definitely think both fighters are going to come into this fight looking to put on a show, and I would expect nothing less. So I think that's exactly what we're going to get. All right, guys, that wraps up this segment of The Underdog. We will be back.
There you go, Billy. Keep it in there, Bill. 5-4-7. No!
What's up, guys? Ben DeVito here for another edition of the Extra Point Play of the Week. We're going to change it up a little bit this week. I've picked my favorite dunks from last weekend's dunk contest. I've compiled 9 of the dunks. Here they are, my favorite dunks from last weekend's dunk contest. First off, Derek Jones Jr. on his birthday, competing in the dunk contest, has 2 rows of cheerleaders about to jump over Bam Adebayo, gets a running start, pushes off Bam Adebayo, loses the ball, but slams it down, celebrates. He got a 48 for that. Pat Connaughton, paying homage to the great White Man Can't Jump movie. He's about to dunk over the MLB MVP, Christian Yelich, who is from Milwaukee. Here he goes. He's setting up the dunk. Brings it down, slams it back in. He got a 48 for this dunk, I believe. He celebrates with Christian Yelich. And here is Dwight Howard. Not a special dunk, but it honors Kobe Bryant, also honors his Superman alter ego, and he has number 24 on his chest. Derek Jones Jr., between the legs, 360, tomahawk dunk. My favorite dunk, dabs up Chance the Rapper afterwards. Here goes Aaron Gordon, jumps over Chance the Rapper, spins, slams it down, celebrates with the crowd. He got a 50 for that dunk. Derek Jones Jr., in between the legs, over 2 people. That is a 50-point slam right there. There it is again, but off the backboard, jumps over 1 person, in between the legs, also received a 50. Celebrates with the man he jumped over. Aaron Gordon, off the side backboard, 360 tomahawk slam. Giannis Antetokounmpo is hyped about this dunk. And my last dunk, Aaron Gordon jumping over 7-6 taco fall, but unfortunately, he didn't get a good enough score to win the dunk contest. And Derek Jones Jr. was awarded the 2020 NBA Dunk Contest champion. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Extra Point. We are here for the debate portion. I'm your host, Ben DeVito, alongside Billy Griffith, Jake Racino, and Eddie Atkinson, as we are going to discuss Saturday's fight, probably the biggest fight of the year, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, versus the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. Guys, what do you think is gonna happen?
I think it's obvious. I think all of us know who's going to win this fight, and it's obviously Tyson Fury.
And you are
It is
so right.
obviously Tyson
You are
Fury.
so right.
Tyson Fury has the ability to absolutely rock Deontay Wilder. And I'm just going to say this right now. From the previous fight, Tyson Fury had more jabs landed, had more power punches landed, and had more total punches landed,
But it had more
as well
knockdowns.
as controlled more of center ring and has a height advantage plus a body weight advantage, as well as has more power
But
in
who
his
had
punches.
more knockdowns? Who had more knockdowns?
And who came back up like the goddamn
Okay,
Undertaker.
Who is the only person in the world to not just once, but twice get knocked down by Deontay Wilder and come up for more?
Did he win?
Did it? Yeah.
Did he win?
No, he
Then
didn't
it
win.
don't matter.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But
Why
like I
did
said,
Deontay Wilder knock him down twice? Don't matter then if he didn't win.
when he hit that man, I swear to you, he saw Jesus.
And he saw Jesus.
Did
and-
you see
and
that?
you know what Jesus
Did
said?
you see
Did
that?
you know what Jesus said
Did
to
you
him?
see it?
Did you know? I saw it.
Look in his
I'm looking in
eyes.
his eyes.
You know what the
When he
devil? You know
dropped
what
him
the
into the
devil
front.
told Tyson? He said, "You better get your ass up." He said, "You better get
Jesus?
your ass up."
The
That's
devil
what he
told
said.
him. I don't think he saw
and
the
he
devil.
got-
he saw Jesus.
And he got right up real
He
quick.
saw Jesus.
Tyson
And
saw
he was
Jesus,
ready to fight.
and Jesus said, "Yo, it is not your time, man. You are here for one reason, and that is to beat
Hey, I'm just saying. I don't
the
even.
hell
I think.
out of Deontay Wilder."
I think
so get
his,
out
his
Once
ability
again, like
is
I
controlled
said,
by the devil.
Deontay Wilder was robbed the first time around.
That's
It ain't
not
happening
true.
again.
debatable.
It ain't happening again. He knocked him down twice. It happens.
down
It
twice,
happens
but
in
couldn't
this
finish it
fight.
out.
Your beloved Gypsy King ain't getting up off the canvas this
All
time.
hail the Gypsy King.
Okay. Before we continue, I just want to run through the tail of the tape.
Go ahead.
Tyson Fury, heavyweight, orthodox fighter. He's 6'9", with an 85-inch reach.
big boy.
While the bronze bomber, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder, heavyweight, orthodox, 6'7", and an 83-inch reach. Although Wilder has the disadvantage, he's a smaller guy in this fight, we can't ignore that this man has 41 knockouts out of his 42 wins. 41 knockouts.
Ben, guess what?
Only one person's going the distance with him besides Fury.
All right, but guess what? Deontay Wilder has 41 knockouts, correct?
Yes,
In
and 20 of them are in the
20
first
in the
round.
first round. I'm
This
just going
is
over
correct.
stats.
This is correct.
What's his name? Tyson Fury has only fought 29 times.
Yeah, he
point?
needs to thank
Your point?
Wilder
My
for
point
that.
is, he's undefeated in his 29 fights. You keep saying, oh, he has 41.
Deontay's undefeated too.
Exactly. You
What are
keep
saying?
downplaying Tyson Fury as being
But
undefeated.
you can't not
They're
say
two
that
different
Tyson
fighters,
Fury
though.
isn't
They
a
are.
strong fighter. He is
I didn't say he wasn't.
He's-
It's just
he's
Deontay Wilder is different. You guys need to understand this.
Look at the statistics from the previous fight, except for just the knockdowns. Every single jab, every single punch that landed was more than Wilder.
Okay.
Fury has the ability to absolutely annihilate.
I wouldn't say
Wilder.
that.
Oh, no,
I
no,
was
I
there-
wouldn't say it.
I
In the-
completely would say that.
In the first fight, you're absolutely right. Fury was much more accurate, but boxing isn't just solely about accuracy. Somebody got to be able to feel your punches. And Deontay Wilder has bricks in his fists.
But you're not denying. Fury has bricks in his wrist,
I want
dude.
to say something. It
They-
was-
The
couldn't
only
be
thing
bricks.
that I would say Wilder has over him is speed.
If he landed
just
more
has speed.
If he landed more punches than him and Deontay Wilder wasn't knocked down once, that obviously means he don't hit hard enough.
Listen, I want to say something. It was like 20, 30 years ago. Mike Tyson, the greatest boxer of all time. He lost and as a heavy favorite to Buster Douglas. You know why he lost? Because he was unprepared.
He
didn't
didn't
train.
train.
Didn't train.
But guess what? Buster Douglas wanted it more.
You think he's
than
going in?
Tyson
You,
did.
look,
You're telling me?
you think Deontay Wilder's going into this fight
Oh,
untrained?
he's trained.
Okay.
But Tyson Fury wants it more.
So that throws it out the window.
can I just-
He
don't
wants
matter who
it
won
more. There's been upsets. It
It's the
can
better-
happen.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying the likelihood of it happening is too minimal.
Can I just say this? Can I say something?
Upsets happen.
You're saying Fury wants this more.
Yeah.
But 3 months ago, Tyson Fury was fighting in a WWE wrestling match in Saudi Arabia against Braun Strowman.
Do you know why it was
Is
in
he
Saudi
not
Arabia?
allowed
do
to
you know
do
why
that?
it was in Saudi Arabia, Ben? Tell me why it was in Saudi Arabia.
Why was it in Saudi Arabia?
Tell me why.
I don't know.
You watch WWE.
Yes,
Why
I
was
do
it-
watch WWE.
why was it
They're for a wrestling match.
Because Saudi Arabia is paying WWE to have like matches there and pay-per-views. Which is why Tyson Fury did it. He did it for the payday.
He
That's
did it
all
for the
cares
money.
about. That's all he
what
cares
it's
about. That's all
money
he cares-
made, baby. Money made.
But that's all he cares about.
Is he not allowed to accept money?
No, he
is someone
is.
not allowed to
But I'm
accept
just-
money and do something and still continue his career but practice another
But
sport?
I'm just
It's what
saying.
Mayweather does.
Hey,
I'm saying Wilder.
why he
That
does
means
more
he's
than
not
the boxing.
serious about it.
Yeah, I'm
Mayweather's
saying.
serious about
If he's pursuing other
Hey, TMC,
career
baby.
pursuits,
The money team.
that means he's not serious about it.
So you're telling me Floyd Mayweather ain't serious about boxing?
That's different. He promotes his
how's
own
it
So
fights.
hold up.
How's
Let's
it different?
look
He
at
runs his own
let's look at
promotion.
let's look
Right,
at
he also
One at
has
a
other
time,
side
everyone. One at a
ventures, though.
time.
Okay.
He runs a strip club.
So what?
So what?
That wasn't,
Why can't
that
Tyson Fury
wasn't
get
built?
money?
That wasn't built until he retired fully.
But he still
let's
runs it.
let's look at Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor went and Mayweather fought Floyd in a boxing match. That's not his specialty. He went and he did it. Okay. He's allowed to do other things.
I ain't saying he
okay?
wasn't allowed.
It doesn't mean.
been saying
It doesn't
he's
mean.
allowed.
But how does
it
that
doesn't
mean he
mean
wants
he's
it
not
more? He's
focusing.
Because he said in many interviews
You
that
cannot compare
the
that
only
in my
thing,
mind.
only way he wants to end this fight is in a knockout. In his
That
opinion,
doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
It doesn't matter.
That
if
does
it
not
happens,
mean it's
but
gonna happen.
He is driven to knock out Deontay Wilder. He said if it ends in a draw, that's a loss.
I could
for
be
him.
driven to death.
Hey.
Mariah Carey doesn't
Hey.
mean it's gonna happen.
I just got to say this too. Love America, but the Brits got the force, man.
Yeah.
He is going to put him
Ben,
down,
Ben, I
bro.
need some backup.
The
man.
Gypsy
Okay,
King, he is
I can't
insane.
get words in,
He's
that's the
gonna
problem.
do it. He's gonna do it.
He is.
Let's hand it off to Ben.
Do you understand that Deontay Wilder? I said it before. I'll say it again. 41 knockouts. You're telling me this man
Besides,
isn't
that's
driven?
all he got. That's all you got on him is his
bro.
knockouts. You
Dude.
take his knockouts away, he's an average boxer.
You can't take that away. It's part of boxing.
It is part of boxing, but all the other
While-
part of boxing, Fury has the advantage.
Okay. I'm
That's
sorry.
that's the point Ben's trying to drive.
Are
It's
we-
not gonna get to a
But
scorecard.
if Wilder can't knock out Fury, he can't win.
He's knocked. The one fight that he hasn't knocked somebody out, he's still won. We're glossing over the fact
Wilder's
that you said
too much in his head.
no, but you're telling we're glossing over the fact that Jake said
Deontay Wilder
you
is
take
the
out the
fighting words
knockouts.
Antonio Brown.
You take out the knockouts, and Deontay Wilder's an average
He
boxer.
is. You take out the knockouts.
This
he
man
an
is probably
average
one of the
boxer.
best boxers of all
disrespect him like
time.
that.
I would
That
not
is-
say that.
Don't
You
do
are
by the
so
end,
far from that.
By this man,
Far
by the
from
end
Who
of this,
has Wilder beat? That's a main boxer that everyone was shocked about.
who has Wilder beat that?
That anyone
That
was
shocked
shocked about?
everyone. That shocked everyone.
That shot,
No one. The
that's a
majority of his
glorified thing.
the majority of his
Exactly, no
career, he's
one.
been the favorite. That's
He's
not
a
his
lot-
fault.
So
So
He
wait
fought
till
no
he
one.
finds that fight. Wait till he gets involved in that fight, and you can really
And
see
when he
his
finally
full-on
fought
talent.
someone in Tyson Fury, he couldn't win.
It's
Fury wants it.
Hey,
Fury's gonna win.
Fury. Even if Fury doesn't
I
want
can't
it,
wait to see
Fury-
you guys on Saturday.
Fury
I
has,
cannot wait.
Fury
I can't wait to
has
see you guys
all
on
of-
Saturday.
Fury has so many statistics that are so much better than Wilder, and many people are not taking that into account going into this fight.
They just
You are
follow. They just follow
not, you are
Wilder
not
on social
looking at the
media.
advantages. Advantages are a huge factor in boxing, and it completely can change a fight. So if you are not looking at that, you are not looking at the entire fight and who can actually win. You are just looking at one side and one knockout. That is all.
Okay.
Or not one knockout.
Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Wilder knocks out Fury in the 7th round.
Yeah, what do you think the game's
Gypsy King goes
match
6
said?
and knocks him out.
Okay, what do you
Gypsy
think?
King knocks him out in 2.
2. Attaboy.
Yes.
Wilder in 3.
Jokes.
Okay,
Men's got
that's all for this segment of the Extra Point. Stay tuned for more.
Can't wait to see.
All right, so why'd you run the worst 40 of everybody?
Why?
Yeah.
Like they always say, the worst comes in first all the time, and that was me. I was the worst, so therefore I won. Simple as that.
I'm pretty sure it's not
So,
because I'm pretty sure if you look at the numbers, Eddie won, and then I won, and then Jack won, and then you didn't even podium.
actually, I got a 4th place medal. Simple as that.
Fourth place medal.
That's a participation take the bronze.
So you get to also go to the restaurant with all the other athletes afterwards. You just don't get to sit in VIP.
What
are you even saying?
No one knows. All right,
No,
so
you know why? You know why?
we're done
It's
with
because I
you.
came in
We're
second.
done with you.
It's because
we're
I went
done.
first.
We're
It's because I went
done.
first.
Entire
Yo, we're
B-roll. I
done.
need this whole B-roll.
Yo, Eddie, why'd you win?
So the old man of the group, had to come out of retirement, put his cleats on, show these young bulls how we
This
do
dude's
this.
7 years older than me.
So
He's 7 years older than
yeah,
me.
the old man had to come out here and show these boys some business. It's not easy, but it's necessary.
Yo, and Jack, what's it like to lose to me after all the
All
sh-
right, I'm just happy that I got to beat this.
No,
kid. I'm
no.
just happy I got to beat him. I ran a 5.64.
Yo, I'm gonna have to bleep out a lot of.
Ah, whatever. Who needs it?
Tune
All right.
in, extra point.
Yo,
Extra point.
Every other
Every other
Thursday,
Thursday.
we're here.
We stay here.
It's us.
Yo, I run a 5.47, dog.